Well, because clarity under pressure saves time, and time saves money. In trading operations, you don't have 5 minutes to interpret a chart. You need to know instantly what's changed and which actions truly matter. Uh, Good design reduces the cognitive load, but great design makes complex systems feel intuitive. Um, does your interface feel calm, or does it add to the noise of what people are trying to accomplish? A lot of times, people are trying to quickly get to a decision, and my job with the user interface is to make sure that they're getting to their answer as quickly as they possibly can. Traditional designs, especially like web design in general, starts with a very static page and what are you going to show people and how are you going to show to it. Um, but when you have a decision intelligent dashboard or a decision intelligent notification system, the design starts with what decisions the user needs to make at that moment in time. So it's really critical to bring up really important notifications to people and reduce some of the noise. You want to make sure that in order for me to accomplish my job, that the things that are coming to me matter. If there's a whole bunch of noise coming to you, a user will many times ignore it, and then if they're ignoring everything, they're not going to see the really important parts. So it's really, really critical to determine what the most important things need to get to people and when it needs to get to them. Interrupt them and bring stuff into their flow when it makes sense. Otherwise, let the user behave the way that a user would behave. People are people, they're going to do things in different ways. And one of my driving goals has always been to bring things to people as opposed to having people have to search a vast array of data in order to get to what should be brought to their attention. The main goal is to make the interface less of a dashboard and more of a dialogue, something that feels more conversational. You want the user to feel like they're interacting with another person as opposed to a piece of software. So it's really, really critical to speak in natural language, to speak in their language, to make design decisions that draw them to what's most important. Trust in AI starts with transparency. There's a lot of sentiment out there where people love AI or people hate AI. They feel like a lot of times that AI is lying to them or AI is trying to give them happy responses and keep the people happy. We currently we have a whole lot of data, and we have a whole lot of data that doesn't have a lot of clarity. So what my responsibility is to utilize AI in order to bring it to the user and, in short, make it seem like it's not AI, that it's another person on the other side of the screen that is acting as an assistant to them, that is giving them value, that is understanding the context of what they'd be looking for and bringing it back to them in a conversational and an interactive way. The AI integration that we're using is very conversational. The AI interface that we're using offers solutions as opposed to me having to ask them a question. The AI we're using is aware of your data. It's aware of how you're using your data. It's learning from your interactions with it. And our goal is to make sure that AI feels more like an assistant as opposed to a robot. We're designing for awareness. We're not designing for distraction. We want to make sure that AI is sprinkled throughout your flow as opposed to AI is waiting to answer questions that you throw at it. What are the biggest challenges in technology for the energy industry today is that there's so much data, there's so much information out there. Our users are constantly having to look all over the place in order to figure out what they should do. If there's an awful scenario that's going on, in the energy industry, users generally have to go look in 8 or 9 different places, and they have to then stitch all that back together. In order for them to get to the proper answer they need to get to, we need to stitch that information together for them, and we need to bring clarity to the situation as opposed to just displaying a whole bunch of data. So the information overload that energy users are constantly inundated with can be overwhelming. So our job in the actual user interface is to bring that information together in a logical manner for them. We're designing for situational awareness. We're designing for decision intelligence. We're designing to not just barf all the information at them on a whole bunch of different tabs. We're designing so that we can bring value to decision making, bring AI into the equation so that it can act as your assistant to stitch things together for you and bring that information to you when it's most important. Designing for action means you want to bring insightful action to the user. Give them the decision to make from various sources of data intelligence that's coming to them. Offer them a path forward. You want to make sure that you're not providing just one single path that everybody has to take, but offering them solutions based upon past history, past interactions they've made within our system. We want to make sure that when we're sprinkling AI within the flow, that AI is aware of how you behave in your day-to-day life and then offer you valuable decisions. If you're a trader who doesn't make movement on values that are underneath a certain threshold, we want to make sure that we're aware of past behaviors and past decisions that you have made and then guide you in that direction, being that your assistant now is more aware of how you behave. So the more you interact with our system, the more it becomes like you, becomes like a personal assistant to you yourself. So designing for action means that the actions that are brought to you as a user are actionable, they're intelligent, and they are mapped to your personality. What you're going for is you want a silent collaborator. You want your system to feel like your personal system. You want your interface, your interactions, your colors, your styles, the feel of the interface itself to feel like as if you had written it yourself. You want it to feel like as if it was talking to your partner, talking to your assistant. You want it to feel like it's a interactive conversation with important data at critical times without having to translate, without having to try to understand what an icon means, without trying to understand what the color red means to you. So our goal is to create an intelligent system that uses consistent themes, consistent iconography, consistent spacing, consistent messaging, and works with your data the way that you would work with it if you had created this system yourself.